Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So what you're seeing here is footage of this past Sunday where I participated in an outdoor art event. It was called wet painting. Wet painting is an annual event in the city of Königswinter, except for during Corona, of course, everything was canceled. But this year they decided to restart the event again. I was selected along with 36 other artists. We were allowed 5 hours to set up our easels and tables in and around the old city and paint our hearts away for 5 hours. So Like I said, it was a really, really beautiful day. It was like actually the perfect day to be painting outside. So it was a lot of fun, although it was a bit stressful because as you can see the size of my canvas, it was pretty large. So I was a little bit nervous about completing the painting. But I was able to finish it, and also, I was able to talk to some really nice people who stopped by while I was painting. They gave me a lot of encouragement, a lot of nice feedback, so that kind of took the stress away. So at the end of the 5 hours, everyone brought their paintings back to the cultural center, which is also located in the old city. And there, our paintings are going to be exhibited for the next 2 weeks. And at the end of the 2 weeks, the paintings will be auctioned off to the highest bidder, with all proceeds going to the artist, which I think is a really cool thing. I'm going to make a new sketchbook today. It's going to be a smaller version of the one that you see here. In case you're interested, I do have a sketchbook tour of the sketchbook here, and I will go ahead and post the link in the description box. So in order to make this sketchbook, you're just going to need a few simple supplies, the backings of old watercolor blocks if you have them, or you can also use cardboard for this. I'm going to go ahead and use probably my favorite art supply right now, and this is craft paper or packing paper. I've gone ahead and cut it to the size that will fit inside of my sketchbook. I'm going to need some tape, of course, to tape the covers together. I have some matte acrylic gel to help to seal the tape. And I have a few clips also to help secure and keep things closed. A pair of scissors for cutting. This is an owl. I'm going to use this to punch the holes in my sketchbook. Also, I have some sturdy thread or cording and a sewing needle. First thing I'm going to do is to make the cover. I'm going to do that by placing both pieces of my cardboard or my backing board next to each other. And then I'm going to leave a bit of space in the center. And this is going to ensure that my sketchbook will fold and close properly. And once I've determined the spacing that I would like to have, I am going to go ahead and secure both sides together with a piece of tape. And I'm just going to tape this securely on both sides. Now I'm just going to secure the tape down using an acrylic gel medium. I just like to do this step just to ensure that the tape doesn't unravel over time and that everything stays secure as an extra step. And then to speed up the drying time, you can use a hair dryer like I did. So the next step is to add the paper. And I'm doing this by lining up the center fold of my paper with the center fold of my sketchbook cover. Then I add some clips to hold everything in place while I use my owl tool to poke the holes through the paper and the sketchbook cover. So I'm going to poke 5 holes starting in the center, and I'll work my way out, 1 in the center and 2 holes on either side of the paper. To stitch my book together, I'm going to be using a saddle stitch. And for the saddle stitch, you want to start with your sewing needle coming through the back side of the sketchbook through the center hole. And from the center hole, you work your way to the next hole on the side, sewing from the inside back out through the back side of the sketchbook. Just a normal sort of stitch here. And then from the underside back through the third hole, the last hole on the side, up to the center of the sketchbook again. So now I'm just going to work my way, stitching back towards the center of the sketchbook. And then I will continue the same saddle stitch on the other side until everything is securely together. And also be sure to just leave a little bit hanging from the back of the sketchbook because we're going to need that later. So now that we've completed our saddle stitching, we just want to now tie a knot to help, again, secure our stitching and the pages. So you just want to insert your needle underneath a stitch and then tie a secure knot. And now we want to insert our needle again through the center hole. Pull the cord or pull the cord or your thread through the center hole, and also pulling enough to pull the knot that we just made. You want to pull that through as well. And now using the piece of thread that we've left hanging at the back of our sketchbook, we want to go ahead and secure another knot. We want to make sure everything is nice and tight so that our pages don't slip out. We'll tie a knot and clip the threads.